What's up, guys? My name is Grace.
My name is Esther.
And we are
the Wamagatas, Miss Wamagata. We don't know. We're still trying to figure it out.
The Wamagata.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Forever milele, tonyeshana niye nawe. Forever milele, wadwane niye nawe. Forever milele, twana niye wado wagai nawe.
What's up, guys? My name is Grace.
My name is Esther.
And we are the Wamagatas, period. Okay. So today we're doing a video on, so we're gonna be talking, if you guys don't know, I've been here for a week.
Yeah.
A week. And she's married now, so it's a little different
So
dynamic.
first time living together
After
her visiting me after I've been married.
So weird.
I know.
Me visiting you after
It's
marriage.
very,
It's crazy.
it's very, very weird. Sometimes I'm like, whoa.
Whole married woman.
So you guys that have been married, how long did it take for you to get used to being married? Because sometimes I'm like, huh?
I gotta wake up and cook for you.
What you
But-
mean?
Yeah, it's
Different.
okay, but yeah, anyway, so how has it been for you?
It's
Do
been,
you want me to start or you want to start?
I feel like how you should start.
Okay.
How has it been for you?
It's been different. I feel like I didn't expect you to act like my mom.
Oh no, I've already started to do that.
Yeah, I feel like you were very much like my mom. Like, I mean, a little more lenient, but I feel like she was
Definitely.
like my mom. I feel
Yeah.
like I felt like her and Jay's kid.
Yeah.
Like, cause Jay would be like, okay, what time are you getting home? Where are you going? And then so we're like, okay, what time are you getting home? And I'm like, guys, I'll be home. I'm not gonna go sleep anywhere else. I'll be back here. But like, they're like, if you're gonna be late, call.
Yeah.
Like, just very much hands-on.
Yeah.
I don't think I expected you to be as hands-on. I feel like I expected you to be more like, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Because you've stayed with me before when I was living
stayed
by
with you
myself.
before, yeah,
and I
you
wasn't
were
married.
very
I was
not
very, like,
lenient. You
nonchalant.
did not care.
I
What time I
cared,
got
I
back
just,
home?
like-
You cared, but you would be more like, okay, who are you with? All right, back this time. That's fine.
I think this
You're
time
more
it's
like that, but
because-
it's now. I don't know.
I think it's because now it's like now I feel more responsible. I think that's part of it. Because it's like one, you're so far away from home. Shut
Grown
up.
woman.
Yeah, I know.
Responsible
You're
is
so
crazy.
far away from home. And then it's not just me. If it's just me who's accountable for your safety, I'd be like, whatever, like, you're a good kid. But when it's both of us, if dad calls...
Are you accountable for my safety though?
I'm not, but if dad calls, then who would he ask first? Where's my daughter? Now Jay's involved in the picture too, so it's like, you know, like,
But
I don't think
but
we
now,
are, but I
okay,
feel
so-
like it's our responsibility
So my
to
curfew,
know where you are.
My curfew. I don't even know.
You don't have a curfew.
You said be home by 9:30. What do you mean I don't have a
You think-
curfew?
No, I told you like if you're
Uh-huh.
okay. No, I told you like if you're not here by 9:30, then I'll be like, you're like, who's this person? Like,
Yeah.
what the freak?
But I feel
But I
like
wouldn't
even
like
if
haunt you. Like,
yeah.
where are you? I
But
wouldn't do
I
that.
didn't even
But you
come
wouldn't.
home.
Yeah.
I didn't come home anytime
know.
past like
Yeah.
9:30. I think I was home every day by like
Even
9,
earlier than
9:30.
that.
I was here
Without-
by like 8 without her having to call me.
To call you.
Because I feel like for one, I don't want to be disrespectful
Yeah.
to you or to Jay. Like, that's one. Two, the person I'm with doesn't want to like bring anything issues or whatever.
I
And
feel
then
like
three-
it's both of us who've grown, honestly.
Yeah, 'cause-
I feel like it's both of
Yeah,
us who've
because
grown.
I didn't want to disrespect you or Jay, and I also didn't want to put the person I was with in
Yeah.
a situation where he has to explain like, hey, we got late, we were whatever. You know, I didn't want to do that to him, so it
Yeah.
was just easier. And actually, look at Africa time. We're like, okay, we're done. What now? All right, let's just go home.
Yeah.
You know, because there's like, what more do we do?
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like I left the house quite early.
Yeah.
So I have plenty of
to
time.
do everything that you
Yeah,
need.
and so I didn't feel like you were like on my throat about
I don't even
being
think
home.
there's a day that I called you.
I think I was calling you.
You were calling
I was
me.
calling,
and
like,
then I'm
when
like,
I'm-
okay,
When I'm heading home, I'm like, hey, I'm coming home.
okay,
Hey, the roads are bad. I'm gonna be slightly late, but not too late.
okay.
Like, I was always here by like 8:30, 9.
Because I've not had to
9:30.
call you.
Yeah.
So I think there was a lot of. I think you came here. One, I feel like over the last few years, your mindset has changed. And I've told you this even off camera.
Yeah.
That I've seen tremendous change, tremendous growth with you, and even tremendous you just being a very responsible person. Alicia, I think it's outside the gate.
No.
Yeah. So just seeing you like grow. Honestly,
Yeah.
you've just become a very responsible person.
Yeah.
And I think part of it had to do with even me
Leaving.
knowing I would be leaving.
Yeah.
So you had to step up because I was
get it.
leaving.
Yeah. And then also knowing that there's somebody
Somebody
under me,
else that, yeah.
So now
You
it's
have
not
to be a
because
better
now
example.
because you were like the example, but now
Yeah.
it's like I try to be like, hey, I want you home at around this time, and please, if you now I know the importance of calling,
Yeah.
the importance of keeping the other person updated. Because when I'm not updated, I'm like
Where are you?
stressed. Like
Because
where
now you
the
have somebody
heck
else
are
that you
yeah.
that you expect to answer. If
Yeah.
mom is not there,
Yeah.
then
I'll
you're
be
the adult.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like it was both kind of both ends. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But also like it was kind of I don't know. I felt like a guest. I didn't feel like
yeah.
I feel like I'm glad that me and like Jay are not like awkward.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel awkward for
Awkward.
me to be here.
Mm.
So I'm very glad. Cause I was like, God, I hope it's not awkward because. But I've known Jay for a minute,
yeah.
so I knew it wasn't gonna be awkward. But Nila took like, ooh, Christ,
Thank
I am
God.
Praying. It's
Yeah.
not like he doesn't feel like I'm invading
their
space
space.
or like, cause that sounds like I don't know what to do with, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know what to do. Like, and then another thing, it's so weird seeing her as a wife. Like, it's so weird. Like, okay, let me tell you all this. I just be peeping it. I'm like, what is this? Like when she wakes up, before she even eats, she will serve him. I was looking at City Girl's down. City Girl is down. I'm just like, she's like, oh, and she's like, oh, Grace, you can cater for yourself, but Jay gets his own plate. Which
Because I know you.
No, I don't mind. But Nila Tunico, like, what happened?
It's
to
a whole
you?
different cap that I put on.
What happened to you, buddy?
I know.
City Girl
I
down.
know. I
City
know.
Girl is in the pits.
I know.
Shorty's dead. But it's so weird seeing her like that.
Yeah.
It's so weird, like seeing her like.
It was weird
be
for
a
me
whole
too.
wife. It's just so different. Like I don't think you. I mean, I feel like I've seen you cater for dad and
Yeah.
like bring him food and whatever. But I just feel like this is now every day. Like that didn't come on. This is every morning, every night you have to fix. I'm like, mambo simchas made me wrap it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I mean, of course I do want to get married, but it's just like
It's a lot sometimes. It's
and then you have to be like, okay, Jay, what do you want? Like you have to figure out what to eat.
I hate it so much.
Christ,
sometimes.
miniko like. Miniko two vibes.
Inshallah.
Miniko two vibes.
That's why I tell people,
Inshallah,
like let me tell you, Mimi, Grace, I'm telling you, as Esther, I would not advise anybody to get married when they're not ready.
Yeah.
Like live your life. Even if it's a 32 task if you're ready. Imagine do it.
Yeah,
no,
but
you
I
know
think-
people
I
are
think that's
different.
what- I think
because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a
Jim's
lot of
also telling-
responsibility. Mm.
The same thing.
Mm.
Don't
It's a lot.
get married unless you're ready to be a home.
It's a lot.
That's crazy
It's
though.
just a lot. Like I have to figure out every single day. Like okay, what's being eaten in the house?
The
Like
ghetto.
even like you saying like you know it almost feels like a mom, but it's like now when I wake up I have to think like okay my house has to be clean. Unona like when we were living with mom, when we were living
It's
with
her
mom,
house.
it's a house. Like now I understand why she always used to be like you guys make sure my house is clean.
Yeah.
Like now I understand because now when I wake up I'm like I think like my mind is now it's changing. My mindset is changing because now when I wake up, if this house is dirty, it's my responsibility. If the dishes are dirty, they're my responsibility. I mean, Jay helps out, but it's not like
But then
an
I also
everyday
feel
kind
like
of thing.
like you can just kind of tell like it's
Yeah.
more on you because
Yeah.
like how like in the morning we had a guest.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, there's a guest coming. Nothing's being done.
Inshallah.
And the house looks. I mean, it doesn't look like that, but it's just
But it's
like
not, like,
not
presentable.
presentable. So I'm like, so I'm the one like, oh, we
gotta clean up, you know.
But like, yeah, that if
Yeah.
I wasn't here, then it's just you're responsible to make sure that it looks good.
Yeah, so it's like so now you feel like literally when they say like the woman is the one who manages the house, it's literally you. Because it's like now if my sister is here, like I have to make sure like you have food, you have everything that you need, like you're not lacking anything. So that's
I
like
just want to
that's
ask you,
when
are you okay?
I don't know. Some days
Are
I
you
don't
okay?
know. It's a lot.
Are you doing okay?
I'm doing a lot, but sometimes I get tired, honestly.
I see that.
I do get tired. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I do get tired.
So what do
like
you do
this
when
is
you're
not my
tired?
life. I don't do it. I asked for an update, bro, because it's like I can't kill myself.
No, that's
not
nice.
over
I don't
this.
think you should kill yourself.
Yeah, and
I
like
think
Jay
most-
helps
yeah.
out. Like I can't. I'm not. I can't suffer. I will not do it. I just can't.
Like
I
if you're
cannot.
tired, you're tired.
Yeah, and if I need
a
a
break,
day,
yeah.
a break, like if we need to eat out, for me to like just not figure out what we're eating today, then that's what we're doing, bro. Because what is this? It's a, like, do you imagine, like, guys, by the way, like, let me tell you. Can you imagine, like, I've been living a single, like, a nonchalant life for like the last 25 years, 26 years, and then all of a sudden, like, you're thrown into the deep end because there's no like testing waters with marriage.
Yeah.
You just once you say
unless
do,
now you do like the living together with your marriage, which you did not do.
I didn't do it. I've never lived with a whole other person.
And I would not do it. Personally, I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah.
Just throw me in the...
So you're just thrown in the deep end, but then it's like, it comes with responsibility.
Yeah.
It comes with a lot, and not just for me.
Yeah.
It's for him too. He has to figure out, what am I eating every single day?
Yeah, you're just...
Like, his role is to provide, to make sure I'm safe. Everything that I need, and there are things that me I don't do.
Yeah.
I will not do.
Like trash.
I will not take it. Like, he takes out the trash because I will not do it. He helps me clean my shoes because I don't know how to clean shoes.
Meskia.
So Nana, it's like, so I'm not, and I know even for him, it can get tiring.
Yeah.
So on the days, on his off days, bro, just go be yourself, man. Just go relax.
Yeah, like he goes out.
Go do your thing, man. Yeah.
Right, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't need to be in your space 24. I can as a cheesy manze.
With the same person every day.
Yeah,
You know, you think it's so luxurious and all.
Sometimes I even like, sometimes I'll go up, when I go upstairs, he doesn't bother me. Like in the small living room upstairs, he doesn't bother me. He just like come to check up on me, like, be sure like I'm okay. Especially like if I'm studying, he'll not bother me. And he's so supportive, especially like even on exam weeks, he'll make sure sometimes he'll cook, he'll wash dishes, he'll just be like, you go study.
That's nice. I feel like that's also important on the
like
person you
cheesy.
marry
Cheesy
too, because imagine if they didn't care, or they grew up in a space where men, all they do is provide. Now you're stuck with homework and all this, and you can't do it, but it's too much for you. But he's not helping.
But then you have to discuss, you have to talk about it, you have to tell him. Like if you find such a person, of course, like ni vizuri, like you know, discuss such things and find out early on. But then it's also like realizing that this is your home, this is not my mother's house, this is my home. Because now sometimes it's like I expect Jay to be like dad.
But it's like
But
he
Jay's
doesn't
not
know
my
what
dad.
dad is like.
And Jay's not my dad.
Yeah.
He's a different other person. So he's a whole other person. So sometimes you'll find that when he doesn't step up and act like dad, I might become disappointed. But then it's also reminding myself like, so this person is not your dad. He didn't grow up with you. He didn't see what dad did.
Yeah.
So you can't expect him to do that. So what you do is you just communicate like what you expect. Communicate what you expect, and if you can't meet that expectation, then okay, what can you do?
What's the middle ground?
What can you do for me?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because it's like he's not my dad.
Yeah.
He's not my sibling.
And I also feel like effort is also important, because sometimes maybe they can't do what dad does, but maybe they can do something different that also kind of matches and helps you out in another way. So now it's like, where's the middle ground, and what effort is being put in to come to a conclusion?
And what is the standard in our house?
Yeah.
In Jay and Esther's house.
That's crazy though. Like I don't think you really put into perspective that you're coming to a whole different, you're building a whole different life with a person that has no idea what your idea of marriage is, and like their idea of marriage could be like mad different. Maybe he believes that a man could cook and clean and stay in the house and the woman can provide, or vice versa, and you're like, no, you need to provide. Like now you guys have to come and bring both your mindsets together and bring
build
up
something new,
that
create something
both
new.
parties are comfortable with. Because maybe he's not comfortable with cooking, but he's comfortable with washing the dishes. You know, like I feel like it's like creating a whole different dynamic for both ends.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's also like you have to realize, you know, like I think one of my advantages and disadvantages is that we were raised in the States, whereby we see men playing different roles.
Yeah.
You know, you see men doing anything and everything.
Yeah.
But then you come to Kenya whereby most men are just fixated on just the role of providing.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
like yeah, I need that, but
and
I need more.
Sometimes they'll just provide financially. They're providing financially, but then there's your emotional state where they need to also provide. There's spiritual state where they need to provide, and it's like, then how do we bring this? And you come from a place where you see men playing both roles. I think my advantage was that Jay lived by himself, so he kind of knew how to cook, you know, just do his stuff for himself.
Yeah.
So he's not very clingy or needy. Not needy in a bad way, because, you know, like he can survive if I'm not there. So sometimes it's like,
You can do something.
you know,
Yeah.
so he helps out, so he helps but it's also realizing like the diversity in culture, like understanding like where has your partner been from, because for me it's like,
Or maybe they've never seen a healthy marriage.
yeah, they've never
So
seen
now it's building that. Because me, I've seen it. I grew up in a healthy
Yeah.
marriage, so I know what to do and what not to do. Now you have to build a place or an environment
Yeah.
where he knows, okay, this is not good. I don't like this. And I also feel like that's when it starts to, you have to speak up. Because imagine if you are going through all of this and you don't know how to say, hey, I have exams and I have this and this and this and I need help. Because I feel like a lot of women are oppressed because they don't say
anything.
hey, I need help. Like, hey, you don't have to, I'm not saying don't cook, but I'm saying you don't have to take everything and overbear yourself and think that the other person can't help me. I feel like for me, I've grown up in a situation where you cannot oppress me.
Yeah, like
you can't
everybody
oppress me.
helps,
Like,
everybody
I'm used
chips
to,
in.
yeah, I'm used to being helped. I'm used to even my brothers cooking sometimes when I'm like, I have like, especially like right now I have homework and I have all of this going on. Mom will be like, mom will take care of it because she knows I have exams, I have finals, and I'll tell her, mom, I can't cook, but I can cook weekends. So she'll like kind of modify, or even Jaro will cook, or Sam will come and cook. Or I remember before I left, I told Sam and Nikatakatia chicken. Granted, they were big pieces, but he tried. I had to cut it again, but he tried.
He did break it down.
He did break it down. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not used to being in a space where I'm being overbeared and I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like nobody should ever feel like they can't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if this person loves you enough to build a home and a family with you,
Then you better love
then
enough
they love you enough to accommodate your feelings and
And
be
your
like, hey,
needs.
I'm hurt. Like, not I'm hurt, but I
I'm
feel,
drowning.
I feel overwhelmed and overbeared and I need some help. Like, I need you to, if you're not gonna cook today, at least wash the dishes or do something, pick up the kids. Like, because I feel like a lot of women drown in that, taking all the roles, and it's like that's not your job. You're not supposed to overdrown yourself.
Yeah, but I also feel like most of our men, like, like now when you think about like our parents, their responsibility, their dynamics were, now we're almost now the second generation whereby people are being open-minded to stuff, because think about it, like our dad's dad, like our grandpa, like they believed in the man is a provider, he does nothing else. Okay, now the dad's generation was
They're
the
like,
first
huh.
generation to be like, oh,
Maybe
so I can do this.
so I can cook.
I can cook, I can do this. So they were a little bit open-minded, not too much, but just a little bit. Now our generation is whereby we are liberal, like very liberal, for lack of a better word.
I'm scared for the next one.
Yes, it's just
So now, because I feel like now, when
Kutakuwa na
you jump into
confusion.
that, now that's when unapata a
Yeah.
whole bunch of men wako na mama.
yeah, or
Not
like
to be rude,
like,
and then vice versa.
mama
Like
kona
the,
uzee mwingi sana. We're
the
too
women are too,
feminist.
are too
We're almost
masculine.
becoming male. Yes,
yeah, we're too
masculine.
masculine, and it's like no. I feel like there have to be a boundaries. There's
But,
stuff
like,
that
I
a
feel
woman
like-
can do
yeah.
that a man should not. Like take it out the trash. I don't think a girl should do that.
But
I don't think a
you
girl
know,
should do
if
that.
you
You know
wanna
what I'm
do it,
saying?
if you
But
want- unless
wanna
you wanna do
that's
it,
you. I
that's
just feel like
okay, that's her.
we need to have like a boundary
You know?
to do it. Like keep the females
like
feminine.
as much as
and the-
you're independent,
Yeah.
and as much as you can be masculine, because sometimes some people don't have a choice but to be masculine. But it's also like if you're also in a partnership, then you still need to maintain your femininity.
Yeah.
Like let the man be the man, let the woman be the woman.
I feel
That's
like,
just my own
I know.
personal
I think
views.
so. I think so too. But
Right.
it's like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the lines are kind of blurred.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like I'd rather just do it myself. Cause me, I'm more of a you're not doing it right. Let me do it myself.
But
But now you have to
that.
like kind of.
But then think about a lifetime. Can you be doing it for a lifetime?
No.
So again, it's like you don't clean the dishes well, but clean them.
Clean them again. I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah, like like slowly showing that person, I really appreciate that you did this, but next time could we add this? Like, could we do this and this and this and this?
Yeah.
So it's all about building,
Yeah.
right?
And I feel
when I
like-
think about the concept
yeah.
of building, it's like when you start to build, it's not perfect sometimes.
Mhm.
So what do you do? It's just like, and of
I
course,
feel like in both
I
parties
remind-
have to be like super, super, super open-minded.
Oh, yeah.
And super open to communicating, because if you're not open-minded, then I don't know.
You
I feel like
can't.
you're going
It's
nowhere.
hard.
And then if you both parties aren't communicating, like, hey, I don't like doing this, and like I feel like, or I don't like doing this, or this makes me feel this way, then you're really it's not working.
And then I'm reminded of the scripture in the book of Jeremiah, whereby the Bible says that that God was talking to Jeremiah and telling him, can the children of Israel not be like the clay that sits at the potter's hand and allows the potter to mold it, right? So one, God is molding me, God is molding Jay in his own personal, and then he's molding us together. And the same way God is, the Bible says, are you not small gods, right? So it's Jay's responsibility to mold me to become the person that he wants me to be. So long as it's a healthy version, I should allow him, because maybe he likes his clothes done this way and I don't do them that way. But then, okay, how can we build each other? I think now, even in this process, it's us sitting together and molding. Let me not say like him molding me, but it's us molding us each other so that we can create the best version of our house, of our household, right? So it's like everybody, but now, in molding, there's patience, there's perseverance, there is tolerance, there is, okay, like you didn't do that one right, but you're doing great, buddy. You're doing great, So we're now building. It's like a child. And like, remember when the pastor said that, our pastor on Sunday was preaching, shout out to our pastor, Rain City, if you guys don't have a church, but the pastor was preaching and saying that if a home fails, it's not the husband's fault, it's not the wife's fault, it's y'all's fault. You're all equal participants in making that whatever you're building, whatever you're building or molding to succeed, you're all equal participants. And when you think about that, then it's not easy, it's not as hard for me to be like, oh, like, I'm sorry, like, okay, next time we'll do it your way. Oh, I'm sorry, next time we'll do it my way.
This is when it's important to, one, have a godly person, someone who's willing to grow in Christ. You don't have to be at the place of angels and, pastorship, but also a person who's willing to grow. Because then now, as much as we're growing together, it also helps us grow in a godly way. And then there's also boundaries. There's things that, hey, because I'm a godly person, because I'm saved, there's things that I will not do to hurt this person, not only because I love them, but because I also want to live a life that pleases God, And it really scares me when you're choosing somebody, especially in this. I'm like, God, I don't want somebody who does not, like, I don't need a pastor. I don't need anything crazy, but I want somebody who loves you and is willing to grow in you. Because somebody who loves you and is willing to grow in you is teachable. Somebody that can understand that, hey, I can't hurt you because not only because I love you, but because I want to please God in how I treat you and how I treat my kids and how our marriage is perceived. I want it to be
pleasing to God. It is a sacrifice. The Bible says that present your lives as living sacrifices. On a scale of 1 to 10, has it been a good stay or a bad stay?
I feel like it's been a really good stay. I feel like I would definitely, would I come again?
You would. Why are you trying to act
I feel like I would come again because I miss you, and I would be here because I miss you. I feel like that's why I'm here. Like, I overlook everything else. I feel like it's kind of awkward. Not awkward. It's different. It's just different because you're just married. And to some extent, I know I'm not invading your privacy, but it feels like it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're not. You don't.
It's a different dynamic
like
for everybody.
But it's just like. Not like me, but I know you don't.
You don't want to inconvenience me.
Yeah,
you don't want to be my way or something.
Exactly.
So I understand.
So, and then this one was a surprise, so you didn't know I was coming. So I feel like that one was also like, that's why I was really thinking, I was like, maybe I should have just told her I was coming. But it was.
We took it well. We took it
really well.
Yeah, but
I feel
it's been so nice having you.
It was. I feel like we were here. It was. I don't even think I needed to just hang out with you personally. I think I just needed your presence around.
I realized that too.
Like, I just needed you here. Like, just you here. Like, coming back home to you. Like, I was already so used to that. So, like, having that back was like, dang, I missed that.
Like, it was not even having you in person, but it was like, oh, my sister's here, okay.
Yeah, like, it gives you some kind of...
She's within my reach.
Yeah, like, if anything...
Because we didn't even spend, like, a lot of time together. But I knew you were here.
Yeah, I feel like that
was good enough for me.
Right?
Yeah.
Good, because I was like, dang, I wish I didn't.
No.
Like, I hope I didn't, like, not give you time.
No. I don't, because I feel like we've spent enough time together. Not like that.
Same.
Not like that, but like for me, it's a comfort thing.
Yeah, like an emotional thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's a very emotional thing.
You being here was...
Because you weren't here, and I was not stressed that you were not spending time with me. I didn't feel like you didn't spend enough time with me. But you were here, and that's what I wanted. So it's not a time thing, and I don't think it's a time thing. It's just knowing that this person is available and they're here. And I feel like even for we've had a very rough week this week. we've had a very rough week as a family,
unit.
As a unit. So
Yeah, I feel like it definitely
it's
helped that.
eased. It's,
Yeah.
I think like God is. I think God is so intentional in just how He arranges things, because if I received the phone calls that I received this week and you were not here, I don't know how I would have taken it.
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot.
Oh, it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot. I don't know why I'm getting emotional.
Yeah.
But
No, it's not. You're allowed to feel how you feel.
it would have been a lot.
definitely get it, because
It
I
would
feel
have
like
been a
for
lot.
me, I would have been overwhelmed too if I was over there. I would have been like drowning. And
Then
then
again,
this is like my only like week away from school, so
Yeah.
like having to deal with that or deal with anything else other than
Yeah.
just like calming my brain down.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go back to school, ready to get over with. But now, like if I did, I would have been like really, really, really overwhelmed and sad. And
Yeah.
I don't think God wanted me to go. Because I actually wasn't supposed to come.
Yeah, we
So
had talked
like-
about it, and she
I was like, I'm not gonna come. And then something was
like,
like, why not? You have the money, just come. So I was like, okay, I'll come.
but it's also like to see the lengths that I think, and even Pastor said something that is so fundamental. And I think I say this so many times. It's like sometimes, and this is just a lesson to people out here. Like sometimes you are investing in the wrong people. You are investing in the wrong people.
Yeah.
Like you leave your family, people who love you, people who will support you, people who will go through hell for you, and you invest in friendships that will amount to nothing.
And I feel like even when I came here is when I realized like I'm gonna put effort in the things that will matter to me.
Yeah.
10 years, 15 years from now. Like and you know my priority was you, Jay, and everybody else that I was with this week. So it was like that is what I want to cater to, because that's what I feel like will matter to me 15 years from now.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, okay, is this friendship gonna be here 10 years from now? And if I don't see that, why would I invest my time, my precious time, especially right now? I'm in a whole different country. I'm not home. Like, why would I invest my precious time there, knowing that this might not be, knowing for sure this is not what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
There's no point.
yeah. And I feel like, especially for you, I feel like you were my motivation to be like, okay, me personally, I needed to come. Just
I mean,
be
so
around.
you were like a brother
I was
fresh air.
I
Like
need- I just
I realized
needed-
even my mentor, I was like, you know, like I've never been that close, like lived that long with our family. So it was like, hi, and wait, it's a lot. Hey, it's a lot. It can
I'm
be
glad
a
you
lot.
enjoyed it. I'm glad it was
I'm
a
glad
nice,
you were here.
just
knowing
because
you are
I
here.
was scared because I remember she was like, oh, you don't need to come here, just save the money. It's okay, I'll be there. Da, da, da. And I was like,
No, like you're just it's also
I
like,
know you
when
wouldn't
people
tell
are
me
far,
to.
when people are far,
you don't want to make them.
you filter everything. No,
Yeah.
like even if things are so bad here, like since pigia mom, like I call her when I'm where since pia kufa ati nikiwa hapa peke yangu. Me and this I'll not be like what do they call 'em? A martyr? Like martyr? Yeah, a martyr. I'll not be one of those. Till I'm dying here. I will call my mom, but it's also like I can't call her and I'm like giving her headaches and stressing
because she
her
already
out.
has her own things. That's the thing.
And I'm far, I'll freak her out.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like sometimes I have to just like lower it. Like I caution it so that it's like an egg.
It's like, okay, it's like this bad,
But we're gonna
I'll show her this much,
I'm gonna deliver it like this.
Yeah.
So that she doesn't freak out. Like I didn't tell her I went to the hospital.
Again.
Yeah. I was not gonna tell her that because it's not like for death. It's like, okay, I went, I got cleared, I'm okay. Then let's just move from there. If anything changes, it's not gonna change. Because it's like you wanna protect her peace of mind.
Yeah.
Hey, not that I'm a grown person, I'm so protective of my parents. Hey, I do not like
Do I know?
anybody.
Do I know?
Hey, I'm very
I
protective.
feel like for me, I'm protective of me. Because Mimi, I stress so much, I have to tell me something.
No, I feel like I can handle, honestly, I feel like I can handle stress nowadays.
Yeah, but I also feel like you have somebody there.
That's true too.
Like me, I only have
you.
I feel like it's
No,
so bad.
no,
because for
you're in
me-
a fragile state right now. You're in school. Please, just
No, but I feel like for me, it's so different.
Yeah.
Because me, when I was with there, I would come to you, would talk about it, and then
it's
get it
over.
over with. But now you're not there, so it's like a whole different.
Yeah.
I don't know who. The people around me who are close to me suffer because I have to talk about my issues,
And
or
that's
I
okay.
will drown, and I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I think now for me, I'm very protective of my parents. I'm just like, nobody should stress these people out ever. Like it really pisses me off when people stress out my parents. But like even family, like sometimes I'll be like, okay, what do you need? Okay, I'll handle it. Don't call them.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah, I'll do it because I don't want anybody stressing out my parents. But it's also because, but there's also like now that I'm even now in this stage, like, and I'm a second born, because now most of the times, like if there's a family issue and I don't need to stress you and I'll just call Sam and we'll talk about it, because we're first born. So like, okay, what do we do about this?
That's good.
Because now sasa hata nikikustress uko shule uko na mambo yako,
Right now, please don't.
uko fragile. It's like,
I
God.
cry almost every day.
It's like I don't want to put that on you. So the one that sometimes will, like if things are bad, it's Sam. Like we won't. It's Sam. Yo, we need to handle this because it's not going well.
Guys,
Guys.
that's the end of this video. I gotta get ready. I gotta go. That's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.
Why do I